Yeah, absolutely amazing to be alive. It's another beautiful morning. Good morning to you. As usual, my name is Emeka Nobis, and I'm glad that you are here today for this session, another amazing session. And I know you've been waiting for this session. All right. Before I just dive into it, go ahead right now, as you are listening to me right now, and just share this video right now. All right, you're joining this session right now. Go ahead and share it right now on your timeline. Share it, share it, share it, share it. All right, go share it, share it, share it, share it right now on your timeline. Okay, so you're welcome from any part of the world where you're in. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, good night, as the case may be. All right, so today I'm going to be sharing with you, as expected. I've been talking about it for a few days, a few hours, sorry, on how to increase your social media followership, to increase your chances of making money. How to increase your social media followers to increase your chances of making money. As usual, I've got my notes with me here so that I do not wonder or I do not say things that I'm not supposed to say. I'm being guided by my post. So go ahead right now, remove every distraction, get your notepad and your pen, and you're going to learn something truly amazing from me today. Okay, so go ahead and share this video also, as I instructed or as I asked, right, requested. Share this video. Boom. So let's go right into it. How to increase your social media followers so that you can increase your chances of making money. Number one, decide the audience that you want to have and that you want to minister to. All right, so I use the word minister, all right, because you're ministering to your audience. You're ministering to your audience, and you're going to ask money from them. So you have to decide first and foremost the kind of audience that you want to have and that you want to minister to. So I give you a specific example about my wife. So when my wife decided to start her business of making pap, in our local language it's called akam, right? It's made from corn. She wanted to start making pap, but then at some point she became scared. She became afraid, because she told me that in the neighborhood and around the neighborhood, right, where we live, these individuals may not be able to afford the kind of variety of pap that she wants to bring out into the marketplace. She wanted to start infusing stuff, infusing things like groundnut into her pap. She wanted to start infusing garlic into her pap, and some other things that are nutritious into her pap, right? And after doing those infusions, right, she even wanted to start infusing dates. She's got this date pap. She infuses dates into her pap. And so she said that by the time she's done infusing those things into her pap, individuals who are around the neighborhood may not be able to afford it, because they are already used to a certain kind of pap, right? The 50 naira own, the 100 naira pap, right? If you're in Nigeria, you know the tight, using what we call nylon, right? So they tie it in small amounts of 50 naira, 100 naira. But my wife, after doing her due deliberations, she found out that she will be selling at 800 naira and above, and that people around in the neighborhood may not be able to afford to buy that. And I said to her, I said, these individuals that you're looking at, they are not your audience. So don't focus on them, because they don't have the ability and the willingness to buy what it is that you're offering. So I said to her, package this thing and get the church. Go to those individuals in church that you have identified, those who are working in offices, those who are employees in oil servicing companies, those who are doing remarkably great in their businesses, and offer them your pap. They will buy. That was exactly what she did. And then she offered to them, they bought, and that made her have the confidence to be able to do more in the business. Today, people are ordering from her pap from different states in Nigeria. So I want to make you understand this. Your audience, the kind of audience that you have, will have an impact on the kind of income that you will make. The kind of audience that you have may make an impact, or will have an impact on the kind of money that you can make from your audience on social media. You need to understand this and understand that it's very, very critical. Now, I'll give you also an example about myself. I'm an author and I've written several books, written a lot of books. I remember being invited to University of Benin to go to speak. So I took about 10 copies of my books. At the time, the title of the book I took along with me was, I think it was Abandon the Dots or Madmen Speak Revelations, I can't remember. But that book was for 3,000 naira. 3,000 naira, many, many years ago, 3,000 naira. So I got to the hall was filled. I think the hall had a capacity for 500 students. And so another speaker spoke, and then I rose to speak, right? When I was done speaking, I pitched about my book from the stage. I pitched about my book from the stage. To tell you the absolute truth, not one individual bought my book. Not one. Not one single individual, not one single student bought my book. I took the copies like that back home, back to my hotel and back to the city of Port Harcourt. Not one single student. I realized something. These individuals are students who are looking for how to feed, how to buy handouts, to be able to pass and then get out of school. Selling to them a book of about 3,000 naira wasn't something that they were willing to spend money on. That's the truth. They may desire it, but they were not really willing to spend money because the capacity to spend is minimal or was minimal at the time. So your audience, the audience that you have, they will have an impact on the kind of money that you may make online. So the thing is this on social media. Now for those students, if I had offered something of say $1, that is about 500 naira now, as at that time, maybe $1 was 200 naira or 100 naira, they could have the ability and willingness to buy it. And that's the absolute truth. They will have the willingness and the ability to buy it for that price. But my book of 3,000 naira wasn't something that they were willing to buy at the time. Having the kind of audience that you want to minister to also determines for me the places that I go to minister and the kind of invitations that I accept. Now, here in the city of Port Harcourt, whenever I'm called to come on radio on Nigeria Info, I'm so excited to get on Nigeria Info because by the time I'm done, I get calls and calls and calls of individuals wanting to connect with me, wanting to relate with me, wanting to work with me. But then there are some other radio stations that I want to go to. I wouldn't mention their names, and they call me. By the time I'm done on radio, I don't even get one single call from them. Their audience, the audiences are different. I don't get one single call. And I'm like, I remember a time that I was invited on Nigeria Info to come to speak, and I had an event that I was holding at the time, which was about 25,000 naira. By the time I was done speaking that night, I had 8 people who had signed up instantly that same night. But there was another radio station that I was invited to, and I had a 2,000 naira product. Not a single sale. So audiencing is critically important. I don't want to mention their names. So sometimes when they call me in the city of Port Harcourt, I make come, I want to. I start dragging my feet. Sometimes I want to give them excuses. I have meetings and all that because sometimes the audience is not the kind of audience that would want to buy into the things that I was offering or the things that I offer. So audiencing your audience is critically important. You have to define for yourself and decide for yourself, the kind of audience that you want to really have and that you can minister to. If you decide to have an audience where any kind of individual comes to your audience, they will decide that's your decision, that's your business, because you just want to have numbers. But realize something. If you decide to make your audience to be a pack of rabble rousers, by the time you have something to sell, those rabble rousers will not want to buy from you. And that's the absolute truth. I remember one particular lady, I don't want to mention her name. She was always coming online, and she had this talking trait of bashing Nigerian men of God. There's a difference between criticizing what men of God do, right? Rationally criticizing them and outrightly bashing them. But I saw something. Her followers will tell her, go ahead, we're gingering you, this, that. She kept on bashing and bashing. I think there was a time she now bashed one traditional worshiper, one traditional heavy man like that. And people were like, woo, yeah. And then she had the health problem. I mean, this is a lady that had lots and lots of followers. Then she had a health problem. When I watched how the events were gradually unfolding, and the fact that her followers could not even rally round to donate up to 1 million for this lady to even be flown abroad for medical attention. I was like, man. But these were individuals who were pushing her, saying, yeah, we did your back, we are behind you, this, that. But when the time came to rally round to provide money for her to be attended to medically abroad, these guys were nowhere to be found. The rebel rousers just disappeared into thin air. So the kinds of audience, eventually the lady died. It hurt me that she died. I felt pained by what had happened, but that's what it is. The kinds of audience that you're building for yourself, you have to be critically decided in the audiences that you're building and the individuals that you want to minister to. Okay, that's number one. Number two, give great value online regularly. I didn't want to use the word every day because Emeka knows I'm waking up every day and I'm giving value. I'm following people like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola every day they are dishing out promotional materials. The same thing with Emeka Nobis. Content creation is my promotional material. It's how I promote my audience, how I promote my greatness, how I promote my expertise, how I promote my blessedness, how I promote my gifting. So every day I rise to give value. What you're watching right now is value that I'm giving to you for free. So I give value consistently. So I don't tell individuals, okay, be like Emeka Nobi, show up every day, but they have to do it regularly. So what do I come and share as value, right? Creating content is one way that you can increase your followers. And I'll tell you. So by the time you come online and you do inspiration, I tell individuals, usually my 3 ways that I give value here is that I inspire individuals. I inspire individuals with motivational content, inspire them with my stories. Then I share content on strategy. Strategy are the things that I do to get the results that I get. Then I share my processes. My processes are how do I do the things that I do to be able to get the results that I'm getting. All right. So I inspire, I share my strategy, and I share my process. The thing is this: as you do these things, as you inspire, as you create strategy, as you share your strategy, as you share your process, people share these posts to their timelines. And then the individuals who read those posts and who are like them will begin to draw in your direction. That's the truth. So I share a great post that has to do, for example, this video, I make a post like this video content that you're watching, this live stream that you're watching right now. Individuals are sharing. By the way, go ahead right now and share. If you have not shared the video already, share right now on your timeline. This is great content. This is one of the most amazing content that you're going to get this month. So share right now so that other individuals can be part of what it is. Share. Don't hold back. Share, right? So the more you share, individuals will watch this and like, man, this guy is giving great value. They will flow from that wherever they are, having read or having watched the video or having read the content, they will come in my direction and start to follow me. That's how it works. That's how it can work for you. So the more you share this great, valuable content, the more people will want to share it on their own timelines. And then they will, from there, whatever it's being shared, trace you and come to follow you because they want to get the same kind of value that you're giving. So imagine those who will watch this video and who have been on other people's timelines. They will, from there, trace back and say, this source that gave this value, I want to be part of this source. I want to follow him. I want to get great value from this individual. They come and follow. That's how it happens, right? That's how your followership increases. In the past 2 weeks, I've gotten more than 1,500 followers. I'm currently at 51,000 followers right now on Facebook. And I checked this morning before coming on this timeline, and I found out that I'm just 400 people short now to get to 52,000. How did this happen? I've been sharing content back to back in the past 2 weeks. Non-stop, and people have been sharing my content and people have been flowing in my direction to be part of my audience. They are now part of my audience. They are now my followers. So that's how it works. So you have to create great value every day or regularly. If you can't do it every day like a mechanic base, you can do it regularly. Okay, The third way that I share with you on how you can increase your followership is to go against the norm. Going against the norm, all right? Not being ordinary. So I'm a Christian, all right? And in church, I tell people, my friends, that I am no longer interested in the pedestrian teaching. And what do I mean by that? So we get to church, and then pastor says 5 ways to love God, or 5 ways to be in the heart of God. Number 1, be born again. Number 2, love your neighbor. Number 3, come to church service. Number 4, pay your tithe. Number 5, be active in service unit. These are 5 ways that you can get into God's heart and you can love him. I tell them these are basic teachings for me. Anybody can teach this, anybody can. But for me, going against the grain, people call me the unchurched, because I just don't want to do the things that are churchy, but the things that can also be shared in a way that those who don't want to love God can begin to look at these things, these conversations, and then they begin to rethink and say, I think I have to give this a try. So I do the unchurched. Those conversations that individuals are battling with themselves concerning God, I bring into the fore. So those who follow my timeline will know that from time to time, I go against the grain by taking those things that people really don't want to talk about, right? And then I bring them to the fore so that individuals, like last week, one of the things I talked about was in the book of Jeremiah, where God said, before you were formed in the womb, I knew thee, right? I knew who you are. So I now began to ask the question, are you sure God was speaking to everybody? Because there's this thing that we see in the Pentecostal right now. In church, they tell individuals, that scripture that you're reading, take your name and put in there. So if it's Elijah, remove Elijah and put Emeka Nobis, or put Tony and all that. And sometimes I have an issue with that, because I think contextually, God may have been speaking to the individual that time, right? And for that specific purpose, and after that, nothing else. So, before you were formed in the womb, I knew who you are, and I've ordained you as a prophet to the nations, right? That was specifically speaking to Jeremiah. Do you think that this is the same thing for everybody? That was the question that I brought out on my timeline, and people started having those conversations, right? Conversations were so many. And guess what happens? People share those posts because they're not the normal conversations. People share those posts, and this is not about bashing God. This is not about bashing pastors. This is not about. But the thing is that many of these people that I've come to see in my nation, right, are not ready to have these conversations. And so, instead of them to have these conversations, it's easy to label you as an antichrist. It's easy to label you that you're an atheist. Many of them say that I'm an atheist. Many of them say I'm always using my intellect to see the things of God. But they don't understand that faith and intellect, they are together. They can mesh together in the worship of the Father. And God is not against the intellect. And likewise, I'm not against faith. So I am one individual that I love to have a balance. Not to the extreme and say that faith without intelligence is how to serve God, or on this other side that says there's nothing like faith, you can reason out everything. No, I'm in the middle, not at the extremes, right? And these are the conversations that I bring out on my timeline. And the truth is that as I bring out these conversations, there are individuals who are battling with these questions in their own minds. And so they're like, this guy has brought out something that is in my mind, and then they share. They want their audiences, they want their friends to partake in the conversations. And as they do this, right, people begin to come in my direction. People begin to follow. All right? That's how it works. So, for example, if you are in business and you want to be teaching business principles, right? Instead of you doing the normal thing that may be found in textbooks, leave out the theory. Get onto the streets, right? Get onto the streets. People who are actually doing business, have conversations with them. They will tell you some real great practical stuff that may not be really found in books that you will share. And by the time you're sharing on your timeline, it's not the normal thing, right? You can even take pictures with them. For example, you can get on the street and see a woman who is, let's say, frying yam. And then you ask her certain questions. How does she go to the market in the morning? How does she do her pricing? And then she begins to tell you some real deep stuff that may not be found in textbooks. And then you go share these things. They are against the grain. They are not the norm. The more you do those things, you see individuals sharing your stuff, and then you become the creator of those kinds of content that individuals can depend upon to be able to fashion out greatness in their own lives, and they will be flowing in your direction. So that is number 3. That is number 3. Number 4, right? Number four is something I used to do before when I got on Instagram. I was taught by my friend, but I think that is something that you too can utilize. I don't really do it now, but I do an element of it. I do some parts of it. Number 4 is camping on the grounds of influential people on social media. All right, camping on the grounds of influential people on social media. All right. All right. So my friend said to me, Emeka, who are the individuals that you love the kind of things that they do and that you want to model after them? And she said to me, write them down. Write at least 10 individuals that you love what they're doing on social media and that you love to model after what it is that you're doing. But most importantly, you're trying to reach out to the audience that they have. You have to also decide if their audience is the kind of audience that you want to reach out to. Now, let me be practical with you. Now, when you go to the timeline of someone like Taoma, she's Nigerian and she's one of Nigerian's skit makers. Go to her timeline. Check the kind of comments that you see there. You find individuals who come there and be writing, I've not eaten today, I'm about to commit suicide right now, please send me this, send me that. And then you see somebody who come there and write, oh, I'm a comedian, please, this is my skit, go ahead right now, check out my timeline, please check. Somebody should check. If you don't want to follow someone now who has not made it, when I make it now, you want to follow, check my skits right now. That's what you see in the comment section, in addition to all the laughter and all the cracking of jokes. Ask yourself your question. If you are into intellectual stuff like I do you think that this audience is the kind of audience that we need? They are on Taoma's audience because they need laughter, they need jokes. They may not be interested in intellectual stuff. Check out someone again like Don Jazzy, right? If you go on Don Jazzy's timeline, you find out that most of the people who come there are skit makers and musicians and those who want to be stars in the music industry. So you'll be finding comments like, I release my song, check my song. Daddy J, please check my song and all that. That's the kind of audience. Do you think they may be interested in the kind of things that are offered as an intellectual? Maybe no. Now, but look at someone like Niger Brand Chick. I'll give you an example on Instagram. Niger Brand Chick. When you go to her timeline on Instagram, you will not find on her comment section, in her comment sections on her posts, those individuals who will come, I've not eaten today, please send me 2K. My yam, some salted inside of the river. I've not eaten today, send me 1,000 naira. Or I need bandage, to buy bandage from Cotonou. Doctor said I need bandage from Cotonou, please. You won't find those kind of individuals in the comment section. You find business people who are asking relevant questions. What app can I use to be able to better my sales? What app can I use to better my pictures? Those are the kinds of individuals who are coming in the comment section. So for me, Niger Brand Chick is a place that I can camp myself and begin to follow individuals and drop comments there. So my friend back in the day said to me, write down those 10 individuals. Is it Fela Durotoye? Is it Steve Harris? Is it many of them? Is it Paul Fo? Right? Those kinds of audiences are the kinds of audiences that I'm looking out for. They are the kind of individuals that I'm looking out for. So I'll write down those individuals. And every day, you spend like 1 hour placing valuable comments in the comment section. So if someone like Niger Brand Chick makes a comment, makes a post like how you can better your pictures to be able to attract the right kinds of audience that will buy your food if you are into food, then she talks about that. Your comment could be, hey guys, Niger Brand Chick has said something amazing regarding pictures, and I believe that what she said is absolutely fantastic. I found an app that can help every one of us here. who is into the food business. This app is amazing and it's free. You can check it out here. Boom, 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 boom. You're not promoting yourself. You're not promoting the app. You're just sharing content from the depth of your heart. People will see that thing that you've written, and they see you as someone of value, and then they want to follow you. And that is how you increase your followership. I can tell you for a fact that there was a time Steve Harris, I did this on his timeline. So Steve Harris made a post and said, hey guys, I have about an hour free on my hands right now. And if you've got questions that have to do with your business and how you can make sales and expand your business, please shoot now and I'm going to respond. So people were asking questions and Steve Harris was replying them. I will go to each one of them and I'll say something like, in addition to what Steve Harris has shared, this is what I noticed, this is what I've observed that you can do to be able to help in this direction. And I'll share my idea, I will share my process, I will share my strategy with the individual. What do you think was happening? Those individuals saw me as a person of value, and then they began to follow me. That was how I started increasing. Does it make sense? So take some time, is sacrifice on a daily basis, identify these individuals. It could be Facebook, it could be Instagram. Then go camp there and begin to engage with people. Begin to engage with the commenters. It could be asking questions. Somebody can post something and you can go there and say, oh wow, what you just posted is amazing. I was thinking of this some day back. What do you think about this? The individual is likely to engage. You guys will do some engagement. The individual is likely to follow you because you've done something that is amazing. So spend some time. And please do not do the crappy stuff of, I have followed you, kindly follow back. That is absolute bunko. That is absolute crap. Follow because I followed you back. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's crap. Kindly follow back. KFB. That they do on Twitter. Please, that's bullshit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please, don't do that. That's absolute crap. Don't do that. I've followed you, follow me back. No. Give value. Give value. Just give value. Give value. Keep giving value. I remember when I was thinking about how to resign from from the company, oil servicing company where I was working at the time, to start my own thing. I remember being in part of one Facebook group like that, right? They've dissolved the Facebook group like that. But I remember a lady that I met in that group. Her name is Amanda. Amanda is half British and half Canadian. I remember. So Amanda Bond is her name, right? So in that particular Facebook group, owned by a foreigner, an American, they have shut down the Facebook group right now. It's no longer existing. So I remember Amanda was always giving value, things that had to do with Facebook ads, always giving value. Guess what happened? She was always giving that value without telling people, come inbox. This thing Nigerians do. If you want more, come inbox. If you want more answers, come inbox. I'm like, why are you getting inbox when you can put the value here? When you can share it here and everybody can see you? What am I doing inbox with you? That coming inbox thing has a way of sending up a vibe and like there's something hidden this individual doesn't want to share, and then he wants me to drive inbox. It may not be true all the time, but then that's how people may likely look at it, that you have something you're hiding that you're telling individuals to come inbox to have the full answers, right? So Amanda was consistently sharing on things that had to do with Facebook ads. Guess what happened? When the founder of the group wanted to run a training course, a course on Facebook ads called Addicted, guess who they partnered with? Amanda Bond. They partnered with Amanda Bond. These guys made thousands of dollars from that course, and Amanda had a share. That's the beauty. That's the absolute beauty. But guess what also? That particular course was put on an online school, and I'm sure that Amanda has a code for every buyer that buys. Because I had a conversation with her. She even gave me the course for free. It was for $200 at the time. And because I had this relationship with her, she gave me a link, and I used the link, and I was able to pay. Amazing. Although we've not been having chats for some years now, but Amanda was truly an amazing being. All right. So the same thing in Facebook groups. In Facebook groups that the kinds of individuals who are there, the kinds of people that you need to provide value. Go to camp on the timeline of very powerful, influential people. Please do not farms. It's not about farmsing. I see individuals who go there, and what they do, they're hailing this influential guy all the time. Hey, babao, babao, oh, you're the best. Oh, because they are waiting for, they're just looking for this individual's attention. Take away yourself from trying to do the farming thing and want this individual to see you. No, they may eventually see you, but if they don't see you, it doesn't matter. All you need to do is to come there and keep giving value in the comment section. At least 1 hour per day, people will follow you and you're increasing your followership. All right? That's good. I hope it makes sense. If I'm making sense right now, please drop your comment that I'm making sense, right? Tell me what you're learning so far. If it's making sense, if you've got examples, if you've got experiences or stories to tell about the things that I've been sharing so far, please put in the comment section. I would like to hear from you. I would like to meet from you. I want to learn from you also. Okay? And then please share this video right now. All right? Share this video right now. Share this video right now. Okay? The next one I want to teach you, which is number 5, is what I call designing your attraction resources. Designing your attraction resources. All right? You have to design your attraction resources. It's not big English. Some individuals will call it lead magnets. Some individuals will call it freebies, but I decided to call it attraction resources. Now I have 7 of them that I usually give away, right? 7 of them I give away. Grow your platform, speak like a dawn. There are 7 of them brought together that I give away to people. If you want to have it, you can easily visit emekanobis.com/connect. You can get all the 7. emekanobis.com/connect. You can get all the 7 of them. I'm even designing another 5 so that it can be 12 together. You know, keep giving them away. They are attraction resources that bring people in my direction, right? Then when you have designed that stuff, right, you have to infuse an automation system inside of it, all right? And I'm going to show you. You have to infuse an automation system inside of it that brings people in your direction. So why is that necessary? The automation system, so you don't spend all the energy doing what I'm about to share with you. So emekanobis.com/connect, go click it right now or put it on your browser, then you see what's going to happen for you. So I was invited to a conference called Emerging Leaders Conference to come and speak. That is the kind of audience that I want to be in front of. Emerging Leaders Conference. So I went to that conference. It was in the city of Owerri. The hall was filled to the brim. 750 to 1,000 individuals inside of it. It was a 750 capacity hall, but I'm sure people were standing at the back, and I'm sure that there were up to 1,000 individuals in that hall. They must have packed the seats together because I looked and I saw. So when I got on stage to speak, my automation at that time was not even so good, but it was in place. Now, guess what I did? I have my automation tools. Here is one of them. My WhatsApp automation tools. You may not be able to see it so well. I don't know. That's my WhatsApp. Oh, the video is not capturing it so well. I don't know if you take it back or take it from. I don't know which one. Anyway, that's my WhatsApp automation tools. I have them here on my phone, right? I have a lot of apps like that on my phone. You know, contact to Excel and all the other things. So when I got on stage, what did I do? They wanted me to teach on grow your platform on that stage. So what I did was that I told individuals, get out your phone right now, put on your data. I want us to do a little exercise. That's what I told them. I told those who were part of people who were in the audience. I said, get out your phone right now. There's something I want to show you. I'm going to teach you, grow your platform, but there's something I want to teach you. Now go on, open your Google. I said to them, open your Google. They clicked the Google. I said, type in your name in Google. Type in your name. And then they typed their name in. And I said to them, if you typed your name in and you saw something that you like, please raise your hand. More than 3/4 of people in the hall didn't raise their hands. If you loved if you're Googleable, if you're on Google and Google, raise your hand. People. So I said to them, okay, I want to do something. Type Emekanobis right now. And then they typed Emekanobis. And I said, what did you guys see? Did you like what you saw? Raise your hand. Almost everybody in the hall raised their hands. And I said, do you really want to be like Emekanobis? And that when you when somebody searches your name online, you are Googleable. Google can find you. Google knows who you are. You are Googleable. Raise your hand. Everybody said they raise it. Okay, I have something I want you to do right now. Bring out your phone right now and do this. Do this. Do this. I told them, give them what to do, and right there on the stage, messages were hitting my phone. So now, when I go to speak at events, this is basically what I do. I have my automation sequence in place, and I would like you to get our automation sequence. It's routed to my WhatsApp. Is one way that I've been able to build my audience. A friend of mine said to me that she was watching my Instagram handle, and my Instagram handle had about 10,000 followers. And she said, but now you have the 15,300 followers. How were you able to do it in about 6 months? I said, I have a strategy. So what I do basically right now is that I have these resources, and I have put an automation sequence at the back of it. So when you click emekanobis.com/connect, it kicks off. Now, when you do that, it will open up to a landing page. You put your name and your phone number, click something at the bottom, click a link at the bottom. It will route you automatically to my WhatsApp. The message will drop on my WhatsApp, and the autoresponder will kick off and starts to drop messages. Whether I'm sleeping or whether I'm not sleeping, it is working. So my phone is on 24/7. My apps are on 24/7, and those messages are working for you. That's how it works. So it's an automation system that if you want to have it, I have a training on that will show you all the apps that I use, that will show you how to set up the sequences, that will show you how to even craft your attraction magnets and your attraction resources, and how to get people to flow your direction. You can go get it. You can ask me after this live stream, or let me just spill it. So if you want to get the course, it's a course by itself. You can visit selar.co/WhatsApp. So selar.co/WhatsApp. WhatsApp is WHATSAPPIT. So you can get a course and it will show you everything. So, but please understand something. For you to be able to do that, you need to have a very good phone, right? Because if you don't have a good phone that is from 4 gig RAM and above, your phone will be hanging. This is a Samsung A72. This Samsung A72 is 8 gigabyte of ROM and 8 gigabyte of RAM and 256 gigabyte of ROM. ROM means the size of the memory, right? So this phone is powerful, and it can contain all the activities that are happening with regards to my automation. Okay, so because I have like close to 3,000 views right now on my WhatsApp, so you can understand the kind of power of the phone that you need to have to be able to achieve this. But then, if you're not there yet, you can start out with cheaper phones, right? So I think I started out with cheaper phones, right? And then I started to, but don't get any phone that is less than 3 gigabyte. It's going to frustrate you, and you're going to be very angry when you start to do automation. So if you want to go to get a course, is SELA.co/WhatsApp. selar.co/WhatsApp. You can get it. If you can't, send me a message and I will give you the link. All right. So with that, I'm able to automate my entire system. When I went to speak at House on the Rock, I did the same thing. Before I started out, I opened up a slide and I said to them, I have gifts to give you. I want you to bring out your phones right now and click. And people brought out their phones and I started clicking, and then I started receiving messages even right there standing on the altar. And now the thing is this, how I make money from this process. If you do click, I want you to test this. It's not something that I will need you to test it. So go right now, all right? Or write it down. Don't, because I know you're watching me right now, maybe with your smartphone or your laptop, whichever one. But I know that majority of individuals who are watching this video right now are using their phones. So write it down. emekanobis.com/connect. 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 When you click it, you see what's going to happen to you. You see what's going to happen to not to you, what is going to happen to your phone. You receive all those messages. Let me tell you, in one of those messages, you will see, follow me on Facebook. People follow me on Instagram. people follow. Then I have a cheap offer that I make for 999 naira, less than $1 that I make. So let me tell you the absolute truth. When influencers write about me, I get people coming to my WhatsApp and my phone is beeping, bing, 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 bing. I remember when Olumide Glovio wrote about me. People came. I had more than 1,000 followers in one day, and I made, out of those 1,000, I was able to sell that course. I was able to do that small freebie of 999. I was able to do 50 something thousand in the first day, and the second day I was able to do another 30 something thousand. I can't remember, but that is the power. And trust me, as many as they were that were coming in my direction, they were following me on Facebook at the same time. They were following me on Instagram. That's how I'm able to build my Facebook and build my Instagram followership with the kinds of audience of individuals who want to buy from me. That's how it works. So I would like you to have that system, that WhatsApp system. I'd like you to get it. All right? WhatsApp it. Selar.co, SELA.co, SELAR.co/WhatsApp it. Sorry for my mistakes. All right? Selar.co/WhatsApp it. You can get it, set it up for yourself, and you're on your way to increasing your. That's how I have been increasing. So when I go to speak at events, I do the same thing. When I am sharing flyers at events, I put my link there. When I do Facebook ads, I put my link there. When the chosen influencers that I want to be part of their audience, or I want their audience to flow in my direction, I put the link and I give them the link. That's how I keep on increasing my social media followers with the kinds of audience that are willing and are likely to buy from me so that I can make money. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Number 6 that I want to teach you is what I call utilize your lovers. All right, utilize your lovers. Let me tell you that by virtue of what I do, some individuals come to me and they're like, daddy stuff. Even though I tell them that I'm not your daddy, I'm the daddy to my son and to my 2 daughters, they still daddy me, right? They still call me daddy. So you need to realize that even as you start out stepping out gradually on this path, there are individuals who will just love you for the value that you want to bring, and they are willing to do something for you. That's the truth. They are willing to do something for you. That's the truth. Let me tell you, some individuals see the copy that I put out, my copy ads that I put out on my timeline. There are 2 individuals right now concerning my training, cheap money training, that are writing copies for me. So they send to me, and I tweak it and I put it out there in the public. And they fantastic copy. I know how to write copies. But these guys came to me and said, sir, because of the great value that you've been given online, we want to be able to write copies for you and give you so that you can utilize and make money from this cheap money training. So that's the truth. As you start to rise and give value, the individuals who just want to be of service to you, the individuals who just want to come and meet me and be with me, it's amazing how these things happen, right? So what I do basically is that sometimes when I want to increase my followers, I write on my WhatsApp status. I usually do this on WhatsApp status. So I create a WhatsApp group and I say something. If I've been of great value to you, if I've been a blessing to you over time, right? I need your help to do something. If you're willing to and able to help me, please click. They click and then they join the WhatsApp group. Sometimes I max it out to 256 people, and then I give them something to go and share on their individual timelines. Amazing, right? And they take that content and they go on their own timelines and share. And by the time they share, those individuals that they have shared, who have seen what they have shared, will begin to come in my direction. That's how it works. Does it make sense? So utilize your lovers. There are those who are going to be loving you for the things that you're doing. Get them in and they can share to their audiences, and then people will follow you. Number seven is to strategically use your birthdays and your special days. Your birthdays, as I prefer birthdays because the algorithm on Facebook works in your favor on your birthdays. It has a way of reminding all your friends and followers that is your birthday. Don't waste the algorithm. Emeka Nobes will not waste that algorithm. It's not a day for me to take 1,000 studio pictures and be posting them and peppering individuals, even though that's nice, right? I know some women now will be angry with me. There's this friend of mine, I wouldn't want to mention her name. So her birthday, she's always putting out pictures, man, from morning till evening, different pictures. You know, that's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but for me, it's not a day for me to be doing that. It's a day for me to ride on the special algorithm position that Facebook will be giving me so that I can increase my followers and I'll make money. So last year, when I did the $3 challenge, I did it in February. So when I was turning, I was turning 40 last year, 2020, right? I decided I was going to use my birthday to give out the freebie, the attraction magnet, the attraction resource for free. I wanted 2,000 downloads, just 2,000 downloads of that resource on that very day. So I began to tell individuals that I was going to release it on my birthday. On my birthday that morning, I released the resource. By evening, we had more than 3,700 downloads. By evening, from morning till evening, we had more than 3,000 downloads. That was what happened. Of people who have connected to my brand, and these individuals were routed to WhatsApp. They were routed to WhatsApp. That's to show you. They were routed to WhatsApp because that day Facebook will notify a lot of my followers, notify my friend that it was my birthday. And when they come to my timeline, this is it. When people come to my timeline to wish me birthday, my timeline is locked so that they don't fill my timeline with happy birthday wishes and everywhere is just all filled up. So when they get to my timeline and find out that they cannot wish me birthday on my timeline, they go inbox. Some individuals come inbox. But then what happens is that when they land on my timeline, they will see a pinned post that I've made regarding my birthday. Because when you do a pinned post, when you get on someone's timeline, that is the first thing that you're going to see. Is it making sense now? That is the first post that you're going to see. So you do your birthday post with the link to the resource and pin it at the top. When the individuals come to your timeline, they will see that first, and then they will likely want to download it. And then if you're now someone who's popular, what happens is that when people come to your timeline, for example, when it's my birthday, people want to felicitate with me, they want to share my birthday. So what happens is that when they come, they will see that post that I've made, right, that has that particular picture, and then they will download it, and then they will use that same picture to put on your timeline, because that's the first thing they are seeing. So during my 40th birthday, I did a flyer like that I'm 41, but I have gifts to give. What happened was that people downloaded that particular picture that they saw because it was the first. They didn't want to go down and start searching for other pictures. They downloaded that particular flyer that had the link to what it is that I was giving away. And that was what people were putting out on their timelines. Emeka has a gift. Emeka is about turning 40. He has turned 40 today, has a gift. People were downloading the gift. That was how we were able to get 3,000 downloads, 3,700 downloads in less than 24 hours. I think it was getting to 4,000 after 24 hours, basically. But my goal was just 2,000 downloads and 2,000 people that were going to get across to me, and that was achieved. Okay, so utilize your birthday. It's not just a day for you to take pictures and start to prepare everybody, right? So the last one, which is number 8, is the asking strategy. The asking strategy. Before I delve into the asking strategy right now, please go ahead and share this post right now. Do not be selfish right now, right? Do not be selfish right now. Share this post, okay? Share this live stream so that a lot of individuals will watch this live stream and they will get great value from this live stream. So the last strategy is the sharing strategy, the asking people to share strategy, right? Before this live stream that you're watching right now, I have done like 3 posts, and I said to people on that post, if you want to learn how to increase your followers and make money from social media, from the followers that you have, do number 1, place yes in the comment section. Number 2, share the post. Why did I tell them to place yes? Because the more the yeses that they place, the more the post is ranking, the more individuals can see it. And then I ask them to share. There should not be any shame to ask people to share your post. I'm not talking about kindly follow back. I'm talking about sharing your post. And when you say kindly share this post, on your own post, you are not forcing individuals. They are doing it out of their own volition. So, but it depends on you. You have the responsibility to tell people to share the post. So people have been sharing and sharing the post. What happens is that when they share it, their friends will see it. They will come and likely put their own yes, share the post also to their own timeline. And then on the time, right now that I'm doing the live stream, they are here. Not everyone actually, but a certain percentage of those individuals who must have seen the post, they are here and they are watching right now with me. All right, and they are learning and they have followed my timeline and they are seeing me as a person of value. Okay, so I ask people to share your post. Now, I know that a lot of you know who Pastor Jerry is. What God cannot do does not exist. It's now a common parlance. It's now a common sentence that almost everybody in Nigeria, I think, knows, or many of the individuals in the Christendom, in the Christian space, know about Pastor Jerry. And the very common thing that he says, what God cannot do does not exist. Now, how is it that Pastor Jerry is able to get 60-something thousand? I think he must have passed that number now. 60-something thousand or 100,000 people listening and watching him every day that he goes live. Trust me, if you doubt what I'm saying, tomorrow, check NSPPD, their live broadcast. You will see that I think they should be closing to 100,000 followers right now on that channel. It's because of one thing that he does. He tells you, share right now. Share. During his live sessions, he's pausing prayers, he's pausing his declarations, and he's telling you to share. Man, you see individuals, they copy the link, they post it on WhatsApp status, they post it in their Facebook groups, they even enter into your inbox and post it so that you can go and watch. They post it inside even church groups. I know a friend of mine who said to me that it's their church, right? And the members were members of the particular WhatsApp group of a church. Every day the members are posting the link inside of the group. And then they got tired. They were like, if anybody posts anything anymore in this group, we're going to evict the individual. I don't know if that was it, but that was what it was telling me. That's to tell you the power behind the sharing strategy. Pastor Jerry tells them to share, boldly, courageously tell people to share, because the more people will come on the timeline, the more they will follow the channel. And it's not just about the money, it's about how many individuals will be transformed by virtue of what Pastor Jerry was doing. So it's not about the money. Now, I'm not talking about the money right now. I'm talking about how many individuals who are being blessed by the NSPPD platform. What Pastor Jerry tells them to share. Now, look at your church, for example. So I know my own church. I'm thinking your own church. I'm sorry for those who are Christians. If you're not a Christian, maybe you may not understand what I'm talking about. Your church gives you flyers to go and share on Saturday. Tell you, go out in your street, give them flyers. In the city of Port Harcourt that I live, I see Winners Chapel members, they're sharing flyers. I see Salvation Ministries, they're sharing flyers. I see many of the churches around here, they're sharing flyers. Sometimes they even dance on Saturday evenings with bands, and they are singing songs and they're sharing flyers to people on the street to come. What are they looking out for? Increase in membership of the church. Increase in membership of the church. Let me tell you something if you don't know this. Many Pentecostal churches that you see around there, the leaders of these churches give the members of the churches or the heads of the churches a mandate to go and increase followership. So they give you a target for the month. You must increase followership in your church by a certain percentage. If your church was like 100 people, right? When we come to the end of the month, we must see 400 people in your church. If you don't do that, then it is deemed that you are not responsible enough to even head that particular branch or that particular unit. So they give people targets to meet. So you keep on going out, you evangelize, you share flyers, because you want as many people to come and become members of the church. That's what it is. Followership. So you yourself, are you asking people to share your post? Are you asking people to share? Please share your posts. I am giving another example with Niger Branchik. Niger Branchik is totally shameless when it comes to that. Her birthday was about 2 days ago, and she said, guys, my YouTube channel is this number, right? I think she was close to 8,000 or 9,000, I can't remember. My birthday wish is to make my followership on YouTube to be 10,000. That's what I'm asking for you guys. Go now and follow. Go now and follow. Go now and subscribe to my channel. Trust me, I believe by now, I've not checked, but I believe that she's gotten more than 10,000 followers, 10,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. That's what it is. The power of asking. And I hope that makes sense. That brings me to the end of my sharing with you today. I hope you've got great value. If you've got great value, please drop in the comment section. Let me know what value you've gotten. And also, as we are wrapping up right now, still share the video if you've not shared. If you're just joining us right now, you've been here towards the end and you're just seeing these final snippets that I've shared, please go ahead right now and share this video. But please let me know in the comment section how this video has been of great value to you. I hope it has been of great value to you. My name is Emeka Nobis. Thank you for following me. Thank you for being part of my life. Please go ahead and click emekanobis.com/connect so that you can get those 7 resources that I've always promised to give individuals and that can be of great blessing to you, that can better your life. Thank you for being part of this live stream. God bless you. I look forward to being in your face and teaching you again sometime soon.